Hello, beautiful, and welcome to Tuesday Healing with More Yovington of Morph. Transform your reality, where I help women overcome anxiety so they can start living the life they desire. So, if this is the first time you have seen me live, please say hi. Let me know that you're here. I would love to connect with you. If you're watching the replay, please tag me so I can thank you personally. And if at any point during this conversation you feel like this is something that somebody that you love should hear, that this can really expand their life and help transform it, please share and tag me so I can personally thank you. And I want to thank you for being here, for taking the time for you. Sometimes it's so hard to find a few minutes in your day to just really focus on you. So I'm happy that you can separate yourself for a minute and take this time to dive into you. And if you're here for a reason. Something in this time, something in this life has attracted you and made you stop and watch it. And I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in energy that matches energy. So, welcome. Today, we are going to talk about need. This has been coming up a lot in my life and a lot of my clients' lives as to being needed. So I want you to take a deep breath in and let it go. I want you to ask yourself, would an infinite being that you are, the soul that you are, would it have needs? No. Need is an invention of this reality. That's all it is. And the thing is, the minute you have a need for something, it's this energy of, it has this energy to it, right? So the energy, when somebody needs you, when somebody's needy, it's like they're sucking energy out of you. When you are needy, you're sucking energy out of something else. It's like the energy of need is so clingy and heavy and not light. And what happens is when you feel like everybody is needing from you, you just close down, you build walls and barriers, you push away, right? You kind of cave in. So I'm going to use the Access Consciousness clearing statement. If you haven't heard that before, it's, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to ask the question. It's going to bring up the energy. And when we say the clearing statement, we release it. So everything I just brought up, would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes? Right or wrong, good or bad, pan, pak, on, unsure, boys and beyonds. Okay. Deep breath in. Let it go. So, when somebody has this need for you, you start building a resistance. When somebody has a resistance to you, you have more of a need, right? It's like this cycle. So how can you stop the cycle? What if you step out of need, acknowledge that it's not real, and get into gifting and receiving, okay? The natural flow of energy on our planet is gifting and receiving. The sun constantly gives light to the flowers, to the trees, right? And they in return, flower and bloom. It's this constant giving and receiving. There is no need. It's this flow of energy. If you can tap into gifting and receiving energy versus need and ask and need and like attract or demand. To need, there's like a need and a demand, right? Like I need this right now. It's a demand. Where with gifting and receiving, it's a different energy. So everywhere in your life, you've confused needing with gifting and receiving. Would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, pan, pak, online, share, boys and beyonds. Good. And everywhere being needed or being needy has created this like shell around you, because when you're so needed, it starts developing anxiety in the body. It's one of the big lies that are creating anxiety and discomfort in our body, because we are so hyper, right? We're so depleted of energy because all these people are leeching energy out of us with their neediness, right? So it's like, on one hand, we're depleted of energy. We don't have any energy to deal with that. But then we're also like hypersensitive because we're like, I don't want anybody else needing anything from me. And I know that if you're like a tired mom like me, sometimes it can be overwhelming because you have these little humans. They want stuff from you. And then the people around you, right? You get what I'm saying. So the point is, if you can go into gifting and receiving and out of the cycle of need, you can start creating a whole new dynamic. You can start creating from a whole new energy. So everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, receive, and perceive that, would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, pan, pack, on, and short, boys and beyonds. Awesome. So I want to invite you this week to play with this. Play with gifting and receiving versus needing. When something comes, ask your body, do you really need this right now? Do you desire this? Okay, even changing the way you're wording, being aware of your thoughts, being aware of what comes up in your head, returning to sender, what doesn't serve you, and separating would start creating a different reality for you. Okay? So when I went from need to gifting and receiving, it was a completely different dynamic in my life. It really started flowing, and I wasn't depleted of energy because I wasn't giving people my energy anymore, right? I was operating from a different place. And the minute you start healing and you start working on your stuff and you start healing your triggers and you start healing your traumas, you'll see all the people around you start healing as well, because it's a domino effect. And you are this amazing lighthouse that shares light on everybody. Okay? That's why you're here for a reason, and you're here to be you. So all these things, these needs, the anxiety, the traumas, all of those things, they're just creating contracted energy in your body. The more you clear it out, the more space and ease you are. So I invite you to play with this. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how it felt for you to shifting your needs into gifting and receiving, and how is it showing up in your life more? Because the more you're open to gifting and receiving, the more things are going to show up, because you're opening yourself for receiving. Okay, and that's the biggest difference. Okay, so get the energy of that. So everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, would you just try and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, pan, pack, online, short, boys, and beyonds. Woo! I love it when the energy whoosh, it's so amazing. So thank you. I know it's kind of late. It's 9:30 at night here at the Pacific Northwest. We are out in Sun River for our spring break vacation. I tried to go live earlier today, but there was no service. So I had to wait until we got here. The kids swam in a pool and then took a bath, and now they're in bed, so I can finally have quiet time to tune into you and to your gifts. So with open arms and a warm heart, I wish you good night and good day. I love you, and I will see you next Tuesday. Goodbye.